quite one, but this is non-league adventure with me GW 365 season 4 episode 3, playing the Skirts National Football Club on Football Manager 2016. If you joined us last time, we had a game against Solihull Moors which we happened to win 1-0. I'm beginning to think that maybe this wasn't the last game. Yeah, it was the last game because it was, I don't know why I said Solihull Moors. I had some sort of reasoning for it. I can't remember exactly what it was, but we won 1-0. We had more chances, but you could argue we were the weaker team, if you like. Not so much weaker, but didn't perform as well. A couple of high, like 7.9 and 7.2. Our highest rating was 7, I believe, but we had quite a few of them. So maybe I'm beating the team up a little bit when I shouldn't be doing. We followed that up. Actually, no. We followed that up by signing Anthony Barry. No relation to Gareth Barry. His contract had expired recently from Forest Green, so we took the opportunity to take this guy, and I'm quite pleased with this signing. He's not the quickest, but obviously he's not going to be. He's fairly old. He's 32, but he can play defensive midfield if we ever need to use a defensive midfielder and centre midfield as well. Obviously, you can see the stats here, reasons why. 10s, 11s, quite a lot of them, and higher, especially in the mental attributes. He's only seen as a 2.5-star player, but it's better than what we've actually got. And if Ward decides he wants to leave, we've got an ideal replacement here. Followed up the win against Solihull Moors with another win, this time against Altrincham. We were outplayed to some degree. A lot of it was long shots, but we managed to somehow sneak a 1-0 win. I think there was one highlight all game, and this was it, the one just before half-time, where JJ Hooper scored a goal. I was very pleased with that result, to say that it wasn't really an exciting game, but it's just showing that we're doing quite well defensively, which is pleasing to see. Followed that up with yet another 1-0 win, this time at home against Colwyn Bay. David Moyer with a goal. He's been coming into a little bit of form, playing in the false 9 sort of role. So that's very pleasing to see as well, that we're not just relying on one striker. As a result, you can see here 8 games in a row unbeaten. Very impressive, but even by my standards, it's pretty good. Then we went away to Darlington, and apart from like a late consolation goal, we looked very, very good in this game. Some decent performances. No one really standing out as such, but 3 different scorers. That was a pretty good result. 3-1 away at Darlington. 3-1 at all away is a decent result. Unfortunately, our unbeaten start came to an end at home against what seems to be a fast becoming bogey side for us. AFC Fielder. They just completely dominated us. Corey Roberts had the worst game he's had, and Liam Smith is not hitting any consistency whatsoever. And when he's the captain, it is kind of worrying that he's playing so bad, because his average rating's about 6.4. It's appalling, really. JJ Hooper was out for 2 weeks. I left him to the physio with a facial injury. And we followed that loss with a 1-0 win away at Boston. Boston, one of the favourites to go up. I think the second or third favourite to go up. I think Stockport's the favourite. And we went away and we won. Another good result. David Moyer again, just before half-time. Very pleasing to see that we're doing alright. Henry Rollinson, though, however, picked up an injury. It's another injury for us. 2 months is out. New signing, of course, so he's going to be missed. And then we had a game against FC United in the FA Cup second qualifying round. Remembering FC United start out in the same league as Curzon, they have since been relegated, and they've kept most of the players that they start with, so I'm not too disappointed with the fact we drew. But I did play one game into just first and foremost, that's shocking. Broken leg. He's not probably going to play for us again this season, which is it's a nightmare really. He's started very, very brightly, and he got broken leg, which is not very good. We did, however, play them again before this live come, because I wanted to keep it as Southport, the 2 teams that came down. Firstly, I'll just tell you that we're now very secure, so we seem to be doing something right. I did it twice by accident, I think, the thing. We followed it with a 4-1 away win at FC United. We showed them how it's done, basically. We put a few more of the big boys in, as in the better performing players. Worth noting, Ben Hinchcliffe, 6.1 average rating. If that's what I've got to look forward to with that left midfielder, then I'm I truly am worried because all I've got at the minute backup is the youngsters. Um, I'll have a look at them shortly. Podgin's got another injury, this time another face. It seems with the target men just get facial injuries all the time. They must be getting elbows to the face. It's not very good. Yeah, Hinchcliffe after this game that he got 6.1 in, oh joy, he decided that he's no longer unhappy and wants to stay. I've been rotating him a little bit, and as a result, this is where we finish up at the start of October. We are second. Guys are the only team with 100% record. Scratch that. Alfreton has got one as no 100%. What about unbeaten record? Alfreton have as well, but we're only 3 points off the top. Goal difference is only +6, which it's better than -6 of course. But where I'm at the minute, we are struggling with injuries. So this is a team we're going to be using for the game against Southport. I believe I made all the changes before. We only played a game like 3 days ago, sorry. So there is some fatigued players, and we are obviously a bit stretched in terms of squad depth. If I scroll down here, if it'll let us, thank you. You can see Paul Jennings is out injured. He's returned to full fitness imminently. I could put him in if I really wanted to, but I'm probably not going to risk him. Leo Hunt, of course, is out for 7 to 8 months, and Rollinson 5 to 7 weeks. So we are lacking a little bit in certain areas. I will probably pop Corey Roberts. Excuse me. I just realised as well, Corey Roberts are signed on loan. I don't know if I mentioned him last time. I think I did. His passing's only one, I only just noticed that. His mentals are crazy and for this league, and to an extent so is his physicals. But yeah, I didn't see that passing. That's why I don't think he's performing so well, because his passing is just atrocious. He just passed it straight to them. Worth noting, Sam Ward is still not happy with us, but this is what I'm talking about now. We've got Stephen McGowan on the bench, who's a 5-star youth player. Got some decent stats, some decent potential. Not going to be a world beater, don't get me wrong, but determination 19, teamwork and work rate very good. Fitness, natural fitness is good. Pace and jumping are pretty good. Just it's apart from crossing, his technical stats are shocking. So we'll have to keep an eye on that and see if we can work on them somehow. And the other player I've got in the reserves, if you like, I'm just gonna make sure he's actually getting some games. Is Daryl Crane, who, if it wants to show us, is similar. Not as determined, not as teamwork worthy, if you like, if that's even the right way to put it. But some decent physicals, decent crossing, but everything else really does lack. But that's the 2 backup wingers we've got at the minute. So we are struggling in terms of squad depth. We're going to have to manage as it is, but hopefully we can continue as form despite what's been happening recently. We're going to go for George in the net, of course, who's done very well so far. I'm just clicking him. He's got 12. It's conceded 12 in 13 games, 4 clean sheets. Saves tipped. I wasn't really looking for that, but 6.81 average. I think he's performed better than what that suggests. But then we've got Smith, Long, Tunnicliffe and Sampson this time, the left back, because Downing is 85% fit, so I'm probably not going to be starting people who are in the 80s if I can help it. We're going for Jones and Hinchcliffe on the wings, with Canero and Barry, the centre midfield partnership. I'm going to stick with Moyo, who's been doing quite well, and JJ Hooper, the target man, because I've got no other option at the minute, because David Moyo doesn't really have the stats. He's got jumping 9, heading 7, and strength 8. He's a last-ditch person to use as a target man. So let's get into the game. We have to Summit team again. So we're at home against Southport, the other team that came down with us. So I'm hoping for a decent performance just to show them who's boss, because they beat us at a crucial time where we should have really, given ourselves a bit of hope of surviving last season. As a result, it wasn't to be, but we are where we are now, and we just need to rectify it. Starting with this game here. I think if we don't go up this season, I think my time at Curzon Ashton will be over one way or another. Either I won't sign a new contract, so I'll move on, or I won't be offered a contract anyway. But unless they offered one that doubled my money or something, I probably wouldn't be staying. It's worth noting Guiseley, the team I hold close to my heart, almost not quite as close as Leeds, but they're flying at the minute. I'd love us to just, us to take them over and they go up in the playoffs, but I don't know, it's pretty awkward as this one. What's this preview say? We're the favourites. We should be dominating this game. I'm going to start with control, and then we're going to go into team talk. I'm going to aggressively expect to win. Apart from Ben Hinchcliffe, everyone's morale is pretty high, pretty good. So in fact, no, I'm going to aggressively want to avenge what happened last season, because that was a shocking display last season overall. Let's give people faith. Try and get as many greens as possible. I don't mean vegetables, but it's looking good so far. Real riveting stuff. Watching me click a few buttons that make things go green. Oh yeah, that's what you've really come to subscribe for. Which I must admit, I want to just say thank you very much to any new subscribers. I don't know if it's because of this particular Let's Play, but thanks nonetheless. If you do happen to be coming on here and it's thanks to the Command & Conquer or any older stuff, then equally so. Thank you very much. It's very much appreciated. But we're moving to this game now against Southport, and it's usually a false highlight to start off with. But we shall see. There's been a couple of goals scored early on in the past. But a loose header does result in the end of the highlight. As we get a throw in. Throw it down the line to Jones. Inside it goes to Canero. He's got Barry in quite a lot of space here. He stood over it. Got loads of time to pick his pass, and he finds Hooper. Hooper now. Square to Moyo. The obvious pass here, which Barry does, is to Sampson, the left back. It's a deep ball in. Hooper heads on for Moyo. Can he get in behind? No, it's headed away by Thompson. Canero's there to pick up the loose pass, and he finds Jones. Can he whip the cross? And he can. And there's a deep run from Moyo. And it's saved somehow by Piers. Great header from long. Look at that leap. We're like Jonathan Edwards. If you want to know who Jonathan Edwards is, Google him. You'll know exactly who I mean as soon as you see his face. Hooper though knocks it down to Barry. He's in acres of space now. He opts for Hinchcliffe there. That was a decent ball and he took it down well, but he had just strayed offside. But a bright start. Can we get any more highlights? It doesn't look like we're going to get much. We've had a clear-cut chance though. You know, we are starting to boss the game a little bit now. We've had 6 chances to their 1. Clear-cut chances obviously still dominating in that. Not that there's been many, and it's nearly half-time here. Is the time for a goal? Moyo gets it from the throw-in. He lays it back to Sampson, who's got a decent ball on him actually to cross it in. Barry's there and gives it away to Beasley. Tunnicliffe heads forward though, fortunately, and Canero can find Barry. Barry forward to Moyo. He finds Hooper, holds off his man really well and scores. Bottom left-hand corner, good finish. Take a bow. JJ Hooper, he's found a little bit of form this season compared to last season where he could hardly hit a barn door. He's got 1 or 2, I think, maybe 3. He just turned his man Clappison, which is a hell of a name. And I'm actually clapping, well, I'm clearly not because you could hear it probably on the mic, but I'm clapping my son here. Go on my son, get yourself a goal. But yeah, only 3 people over a 7, so I'm going to say it's not good enough. Not happy though, I'm not happy with you. You've been alright though, you, so I'm gonna say I have faith in you. Just to try and turn your green, didn't work. I'm going to say I haven't got faith in you guys, though. I'm going to say I'm not happy with you guys because you're below a 7, and you've got to demand more. For any newcomers, you've got to demand. If your morale's high enough, demand more. That's my philosophy. If you're so I'm talking like at least good, a push, fairly good, but I wouldn't recommend it every single time. Maybe an odd time here and there. But good at least. I think if you're the favourites, you aggressively say that you expect to win the game, or at least like want to avenge last season or the last game. But back into the game, and Southport look like they could have a chance here because it's on key highlights. And Tyson sprays it wide to Selman, who swings it in towards the back post. He's offside, I was just about to say, and Bramwell scores, but the offside flag went up early, which kind of saved our blushes, which I'm very thankful for. Nice to see Byron Long having a decent game. 7.2 without any assists or anything. But here comes a potential second chance for Southport, as Walker has it deep here and finds Tracy. Sampson's a bit stood like a deer in the headlights, and as a result we concede a goal from Nana Bayaki Yadum. If I've said that correctly, then I think I deserve some sort of cookie or something. But if it's wrong, please correct me in the comments. But that was a bit of a weird cross, and yeah, should have defended better there. Andrew Wright comes on. We're going to look to make a change now. Some players are starting to get tired, but who to bring on? I don't really want to be bringing on Stephen McGowan and relying on him. Although I think he got an assist in the last game, albeit against FC United. But you know, someone who I'm going to bring on? I'm going to move David Moyer across. I'm going to bring on Joe Pigott. And I think I'm going to bring on Sam Ward, just because he's got that bit of quality. Even though he's still not 100% happy. He's got very good morale, but he still wants to leave. But he has got a bit of quality. Passing 10, vision 9 is not bad, and he's more like aggressive going forward. In fact, I'm going to swap them two because Barry's got the more offensive stats, like finishing's 10. So let's go for that. 2 changes, and I might look to bring on. You know, I'm going to say, look, you know, pick up where he left off. He had a hat-trick in the last game. Pretty sure he came as a sub as well. Maybe I should have started him. It's just he were a little bit unfit, I think, if I remember rightly. I think we're on 88 or something, 89. But he's on now anyway. He's probably been the best of a relatively poor bunch of strikers, I think. Ben Hinchcliffe's helped us out. Not Ben Hinchcliffe, the Jennings. Is it Ben Jennings? I can't remember his name now. Jenkins, perhaps. He's a target man youth player that we've got on loan from Burnley, I believe. Pigott does go close with a long range effort. Comes to nothing though. And Clappison finds McDonald. White now. We need to get this ball off him as soon as. Long sort of as well, but he finds Bramwell with his clearance. Indeed a decent tackle here. White. And that's that guy again, Tracy. They're passing it round us at the minute and making us look very ordinary. White finds Yayadum, I'm going to say for now, because it's a bit of a mouthful, giggly, what's what she said. Good tackle though, Tunnicliffe, that's what you are capable. Told lad, here's Pigott, that's great control. Mayo, look at the space that Hinchcliffe's in here. Can he do something with it? He chips at the back post. Jones, oh, it's blocked by the defender, Beasley. And it's cleared away to Tracy. And now it's Bramley. This is another counter-attack, but fortunately it's gone out of play. Ben Hinchcliffe is looking absolutely shattered. It's not ideal that I bring him on, but Stephen McGowan's going to come on and hopefully spread his legs and get maybe a decent crossing, just to, you know, give us a bit of an outlet really. I'm going to passionately give a team talk, encouraging. You know, if it stays the same, it's not the worst result in the world. Obviously, it's not ideal, but especially as Guiseley are winning, because they're now going to have a 5-point gap at the top of the league. But it looks like that's going to be all she wrote in this particular game, unless we can get a late winner in this. It would be deserved, I think. We've had twice as many chances. It's just been 50-50 possession, but we need to get that ball forward now. Out wide it goes. McGowan can't bring it down, and that'll probably be all she wrote. 3 seconds to go. And there it is. Not a devastating result, but I think on the balance of play, you've got to be a little bit disappointed, which I am going to be disappointed because we're massive favourites, so I am going to be aggressively shout at them and call them all dickheads or whatever, what you'd expect to hear in a changing room afterwards. Because that's a game really we should be taking advantage, especially if guys are beating teams like Stalybridge who were like at a similar level in the league. But, you know, it's onwards and upwards. Go different stays at 6. really need to start picking up some results. So yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, these are still showing, getting their asses kicked this time. Been linked with another job, Exeter this time. But yeah, that's probably going to do it for this episode. If you have joined us, if you have enjoyed this, please feel free to leave us a like. If you'd like to see more, feel free to subscribe. I'm going to try and keep it as daily as possible. I think I've been alright since the turn of the year. I think I've got one out every single day. I might have missed one day because of error with the upload, but other than that, I think I've been pretty much on point. Which you've got to give us a like for that, surely. But yeah, hopefully you're going to join us for the next one, which was probably going to be the Harrogate game, if I'm to guess. Depends where we are, because Harrogate are one of the favourites to go up. I think they're second or third favourites. That might be a good game to do. They are high up in the table with us. We are at home, so yeah, join us for another home game. Hopefully join us for that one. But until then, I will see you then. Bye bye.